Look at that. It's ruined the game. This was me like when I was beginner chef. And I'd promised myself to do it properly next time. But with the dinner rush approaching and senior chefs moving fast around me, staying calm and sticking to my own pace was impossible. When you chop with the panic and force, there is virtually no difference between a $300 knife and a cheap entry-level one. Today, I will show you a training drill. It will help you to find that professional rhythm and use your knife correctly. In the last video, I explained how to use the knife based on its shape. So today, we focus 100% on drill to build your muscle memory. If you haven't seen the theory video yet, watch it after this drill. I will link it up here. Okay, we will practice the diagonal push cut. We will practice empty cutting without foot first. I recommend the Gyuto knife with gentle curve. It fits this method well. If you learn the diagonal push cut, other motion becomes easier to learn. First, relax your hand. Use a pinch grip. Hold it gentle, just enough not to drop it. Now, push the knife from back to front. The tip should touch the bolt first. At the end, the heel of the blade should touch the bolt. Think of the pendulum like Tick-Tock sound. Push forward and down, tick. Pull back and up, tock. So tick, tock, tick, tock. Listen to the sound. It should not sound like bang bang like before. Relax and use the weight of the knife. You will hear a pleasant slicing sound. Repeat this for a minute a day. Your body will learn it in 2 to 3 days. Do you get used to it? Now bring a cabbage. It is cheap and easy to adjust the difficulty. Stage 1. We will cut just one leaf. It is easier to cut when the food is low and narrow. Do not try to cut it thin at first. Just focus on the constant thickness. Never press down, just like we practiced. No need force, but the knife cuts through the food by itself. This weightless cut is exactly what you paid for. If you use force here, you are erasing the value of this expensive blade. If you are used to stage 1, let's move to stage 2. Roll one leaf like in stage 1. Try to cut it as thin as possible evenly. Do not worry about speed. Speed comes naturally when your hand learns the skill. Focus on how you use the blade and your guide hand. Your hand might feel tense, but do not use more force than necessary. Stage 3 is increasing the width and thickness. Stack 2 or 3 cabbage leaves, then slice them as thin as possible. You might want to cut fast here, but I recommend cutting slowly. When the food is high, you must lift the knife higher than before. It is easy to cut your guide hand. Repeat slowly until you get used to it. This is not the race. Stage 4 is cutting a quarter of the cabbage. With this thickness, the top and bottom cuts might look different. This happens if the knife does not go down straight vertically. To check this, start stage 4 by cutting thick. When you can cut vertically, then you try cutting thin. When you can cut thin with a steady rhythm, you can increase the speed. If you can do stage 4 with rhythm, you will have no more problem with the knife skill. Practice each stage for just 10 minutes a day. Exclude weekend. In 2 or 3 weeks, your skills will change dramatically. After that, you can gain more experience at work. If you learn this, you can learn rocking or horizontal push cut very quickly. Rocking is easy for beginner. Practice this with cabbage too. Stage 2 is enough because rocking is hard with thick ingredients. Finally, the horizontal push cut. Practice with soft leaves like green onion or chives. If the shape stays round and clean, you are doing well. This method uses only the blade with almost no pressure. Honestly, cutting cabbage for 10 minutes every day for 2 to 3 months, it can be boring. But I guarantee this, if you endure this boring time, you will finally stop wasting that expensive blade and start using it properly. Invest enough time. Your career will not end in just 1 to 2 years. As your skill grows, this work will become fun. At this stage, you will naturally start to wonder, does a true high-end knife actually make a difference? In the next video, let's talk about it. Do not rush, get used to the rhythm. See you in the next video. Stay sharp.